Welcome to the Empower El podcast. I'm your host, Vero, and I'm so excited to have you join me on this journey of empowerment and growth. This podcast is designed for ambitious, high-achieving women who are ready to break free from overwhelm and step into their power. Together, we'll explore practical strategies, share inspiring stories, and hear from experts who can help you navigate the challenges of balancing ambition and well-being. Whether you're looking to cultivate confidence, transform your mindset, enhance your leadership skills, or find harmony in your life, this is the place for you. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Empower Ed podcast. I'm so glad that you're here to learn about something that could shift the way that you lead and live. Today's conversation is the last one of the year, and it's all about reflecting on 2025, how to process the year, what worked, what didn't, and how to use these reflections to step into 2026 with clarity, confidence, and alignment. So take a deep breath and let's dive in. As 2025 comes to a close, it's tempting to rush into goal setting for 2026 without looking back at the year that's ending. But here's the thing. Reflection is not really optional if you want to grow intentionally. Why? Well, because without looking back, you risk repeating the same patterns, making the same mistakes, and carrying habits that no longer serve you into the next year. Reflection gives you insight, it gives you perspective, and it gives you clarity on what you actually want moving forward. Think of it like this. If you're trying to drive somewhere new without checking your rearview mirror, you're missing some critical information. Reflection is that mirror. It helps you see the road that you've traveled so that you can steer consciously toward your next direction and destination. Reflection is not about judgment or shame. It's not about beating yourself up for what didn't go perfectly. It's about learning, appreciating, and choosing intentionally what you bring into the new year. And here's the bonus. When you take the time to reflect thoughtfully, you also create space for gratitude. Gratitude for what you've accomplished, how far you've come, for the lessons you've learned, and even for the challenges that you've navigated. So now let's get practical. I want to give you a framework that makes reflection simple, structured, and meaningful. So I like to use 3 levels of reflection. The first is high-level reflection. So ask yourself, what are 3 things that I'm most proud of in 2025? What are 3 things that I'm grateful for? What patterns or themes showed up in my life this year? Where did I feel most aligned with myself? And where did I feel most out of alignment? Now at this stage, you're looking at the big picture. This is where you notice trends, lessons, and the overall arc of your year. The second is pillar-based reflection, which you might have done while doing your vision board. So here you break your year down into the pillars that matter the most to you. For example, career and business, what went well, what didn't, and what lessons did you learn? Relationships and family, so which connections brought joy, which drained you? Health and wellness, Did you prioritize your energy, your body, and your mental health? And what habits worked? Your finances, what financial wins did you have? And where can you improve? Your spirituality and mindset, so where did you grow? Where do you want more presence, faith, or alignment? And fun and leisure. Did you make time for things that light you up? And if not, why not? This pillar-based reflection helps you see both successes and gaps in each area so that you can make intentional choices for 2026. And 3 are the lessons and insights. So you finally want to zoom in on the key insights. What did this year teach you about yourself? What beliefs or habits no longer serve you? What do you want to bring forward in 2026? And what do you want to leave behind? And write these down. Don't just think them. The act of putting them on paper cements clarity and allows your brain to process the year fully. Now, reflection isn't always comfortable. Sometimes when we look back, we feel regret, guilt, or disappointment. And if that happens, here's the thing I want you to do. Acknowledge it, but don't linger there. Reflection is about learning, not judgment. So treat yourself like you would treat a friend. What would you say to a friend who had this year? What would you celebrate? And what encouragement would you offer? Also, give yourself permission to feel joy. Even if the year was tough, there's always something to appreciate, something you learned, something that shaped you. Balancing acknowledgement of challenges with gratitude is key. So reflection isn't just about thinking, it's about acting. So here's how to use your reflection as a launch pad for 2026. 1, identify what stays. Look at your lessons and successes. Decide which habits, routines, and practices are worth carrying into next year. 2, identify what goes. Release what didn't work. Let go of limiting beliefs, of draining commitments or habits that no longer serve you. Write them down and symbolically leave them behind. 3, set intentions, not just goals. Instead of creating a long list of resolutions, set intentions that reflect the insights that you've gained. For example, I intend to prioritize rest and energy management. I intend to invest in meaningful relationships. I intend to start projects that align with my values. Intentions are about alignment, not perfection. And 4, plan small, impactful steps. Reflection without action is just thinking. Choose 1 to 3 small, achievable steps that will carry your lessons forward. This could be adding a weekly reflection habit, scheduling a self-care day every month, streamlining commitments in a particular pillar, or launching a project that was previously stuck. The key is to connect insight to action, so your reflection actually transforms your life. Well, hello there. Yes, this is an ad inside my own podcast. And listen, if I'm interrupting your day, it's because what I'm about to tell you is actually important. If you're listening to this show, I already know something about you. You're a high achieving woman who does everything and somehow keeps it together. I mean, at least on the outside. But underneath, every single task feels like climbing a mountain. Your brain is juggling 47 tabs. You have forgotten what dreaming feels like because you're too busy putting out fires. And honestly, at this point, you probably deserve honorary firefighter status. And here's the thing. This isn't a personality flaw. It's overwhelm. And waiting for life to slow down so you can feel like yourself again. Yeah, that plan has a 0% success rate. Ask me how I know. So let me offer you a different reality. What if you could move through your week without rushing? What if you actually had energy left, like real usable energy for your dreams? What if your life felt like it had space again? What if you could breathe deeper, move slower, accomplish more, and actually trust yourself? Well, you can. And that's exactly what I help you do inside Overwhelmed to Organized, where you will learn how to master your time and your energy. So the doors will be open from January 20th to 31st, and the spots are limited because I really want to support you closely. So if your soul just whispered, yes, if you felt that tiny flicker of hope that says, maybe life doesn't have to feel like this, then send me a message to get on the wait list or to jump in as soon as the doors open. I would love to have you inside and watch you breathe again and dream again and truly transform. All right, back to the episode. You are going to love this one. Now, I love pairing reflection with rituals. They help you to slow down, to honor your year, and to set intentions with clarity. So here are a few ideas. The first, journaling. Set aside 30 to 60 minutes to answer reflection prompts for the year. The second is a vision board or a mind map, and I've talked about it in a previous episode. But create a visual representation of lessons learned, accomplishments, and intentions for 2026. The third is a letter to yourself. Write a letter from your future self, congratulating you on what you've learned and offering guidance for the next year. The fourth is a celebration ritual. Light a candle, play music, or create a small ceremony to honor your wins. And the fifth is sharing your reflection with a trusted friend or a mentor. Talking about your reflections out loud helps to solidify insights and accountability. Now, the goal is to make reflection intentional, concrete, and something that you connect to emotionally. It's not just a mental exercise. Once your reflections are complete, you're ready to enter 2026 with clarity and alignment. So here's the process. Review your insights. What patterns, habits, and learnings matter most? Set intentions. What do you want to embody, feel, and prioritize next year? Plan small actions. Choose 1 to 3 manageable steps per pillar to carry your momentum forward. Align your environment. Make your calendar, your workspace, and your routines support your intention. And check in regularly. Reflection isn't once a year. Monthly or quarterly check-ins keep you aligned and aware. When you do this, you don't just enter 2026 reacting to life. You enter intentionally with energy, alignment, and purpose. So I remind you to keep choosing yourself, your vision, and your values. That is real power. I hope you have an amazing day, a great start to 2026, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the Empower L podcast. I hope today's episode inspired you and gave you practical insights to help you navigate your journey as an ambitious, high-achieving woman. Remember, every step you take towards building your confidence and embracing your full potential is a step closer to creating the life you truly desire. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast on your favorite platform. Your support helps us reach more women who are ready to step into their power and live their best lives. Don't forget to join our community on social media for more resources, tips, and inspiration. Until next time, lead with power and live with wellness. You are unstoppable.